allow me, sir, to recall that throughout the campaign, and even while you served as Vice President of this country, and throughout your public service life, transparency, accountability have always been a part of your hallmark. And throughout the campaign, you emphasized that those who have been given responsibilities to serve also have a responsibility to account for that which came into their possession while they served. And so, true to your word, one of the first actions you took immediately following the elections is to announce the constitution of an asset recovery and property retrieval team. And you followed that up by issuing Executive Order number 127, which established the asset recovery team in your office, but more specifically under the Ministry of State for Special Services. And so, Your Excellency, we thank you for the invitation to assemble here this morning to meet members of the committee and to offer to them your admonition even as they set off to work. So having said that, Your Excellency, allow me to introduce Councillor Edwin Clark-Martin, the young man that you have chosen as chairman of this team, and he will also subsequently go down and introduce the other members, and then they will speak a little bit about their background, 1 minute each, after which we'll come to you for the charge.
As the Deputy Minister of State for Special Services indicated, I am Councillor Edwin K. Martin, a lawyer by profession. I also serve as former chairperson of the Liberian Anti-Corruption Commission with a specific mandate to investigate corruption crime and lead the prosecution of those that were involved in the commission of the act. Thank you very much.
My name is Maima Robinson, and I'm a vocational representative. I'm from the civil society background, and I serve as last chairperson of the Access Recovery.
Excellency, my name is Rennie Balama Jackson, a former member of the National Legislative Assembly. I'm a former superintendent of Bone County, former Deputy Minister of Internal Affairs. I have a master's degree in finance. My PhD is in public policy and administration. We'll be part of this thing.
Half of PhD degree in demographic and sociology. Since then, I've been doing business, and I'm glad to be a part.
Good morning, Your Excellency. And I'm Ahmed Dempster. I've worked in the finance sector, specifically banking, for about a decade plus 2 years now. Where I've been serving in the Bureau of Loan Portfolio Management. I'm currently still employed in the Bureau of International Bureau Limited, where I serve as the Deputy Manager for Portfolio Administration. And I'm very much glad to report. Your Excellency.
Good morning, Your Excellency. My name is Emmanuel Domko. I'm the leader of the Economic Freedom Fighters of Liberia, political activists. Thank you.
Good morning, Your Excellency. My name is Steve Martin Ali, Chokum Martin Ali, and I'm a proud Baptist. I have a degree in public administration and a diploma in human resource management. I've worked and continue to work with the Young Men's Christian Association of Liberia. I would like to say thank you for the preferred, Your Excellency. Thank you very much.
Good morning, Your Excellency.
My name is John Mulva Brady Jr., member of the team of the security. I have a background in working with fugitive recovery in the United States. I work with the State Department in the state of Pennsylvania. So I have a lot of experience, and I want to say thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Mr. President. I also like to mention that there are others who are not here today who are part of the team. For example, we have a representation from the Ministry of Justice as part of the team that you appointed, and also the police, as well as the Ministry of Finance. Mr. Alexander Coffey, that you had asked to be a part of this, is currently an advisor to the group. We have hoped to include him in by way of internet, but as you've been briefed, we're having some challenges nationwide with internet this morning, and they're working on that, so we're not able to connect them. And so is activate Martin Cully. He's also a member of the committee. So with that said, Excellency, what is
I want to thank Steve and the members of our staff for speedily putting this group together. I like to say to all of us Liberians, we always say Liberians have the responsibility to build their country. We want a good country. We want to see good things happen, but we don't want to take the steps that make a good country. We want to be disorderly, want to be above the law, but yet we want a good country. By the time we see good things happening elsewhere, we want to. You look down how many Liberians have their children in Rwanda. And we all know what Rwanda went through. You have to take commitment, you have to take discipline, you have to take love of country. And I'm almost sure that most of the countries that we're desiring to go to, the opportunities we have here are even much better. Our problem is we're not committed to building a good country. We want to see a good country and move there. I just came from Cote d'Ivoire, African country, just like ours, much younger, Ghana. But want to go there. And everything we have here, even much more, is in those countries. Why they are who they are is because of their commitment to building their country. Today, God has given us another opportunity. And all of us sitting around here, no matter what you hear on social media, you know what this country has been going through. Not everybody will leave this country and go. Even those who are gone, they want to come back. That's a responsibility we have to make a good country for those living here, as well as those who are outside who want to come back. And so I see a lot of people gravitating to government jobs and so forth. Indeed, government jobs, yeah, but that's not a solution. The solution is a good nation with opportunities to bring investors as well as even Liberians. And that's why the last time at the cabinet meeting I said, come this July, we're going to identify Liberians who have for the last 5 years gone into business and survived and contributing. And we need to honor them. We need to recognize them. We need to give our country a chance to demonstrate the leadership that has been endowed. And for me, no matter what you hear, we are not afraid to do what is right. We live for this 1 years and we are committed to it because our conviction that we can build this country, we can have the best to preserve. We have the intelligence, We have the youth that have been endowed. We have our men and women who are capable, highly capable. They need a chance. The young people in the street there who gave them all kinds of names, they are children of this country. We need to give them a chance. Everything people can do us are frustrated. And I can assure you, if we do the right things, this country can be the most blessed country in this region. And that's why we are again. I don't know most of you, and that's not the point. The point is not to know. We are all Nigerians, and we all say we want a good country. So every assignment you have is giving you an opportunity to build that good country. We all got friends, we have relationships, but these friendships and relationships, they're not going to help this country unless people are committed. Today, you look around, people who just work, we have worked for years. People who work for just 5, 6 years, they are millionaires overnight. What's the justification? You think this country was just made for you? What happened to all the children in the streets who are not going to school? What happened to people who cannot have opportunity for medical facilities? What happened to the elderly in those villages? They're the ones we've been endowed this country to see out. And it is stewardship. Nobody tell you about which country. Even in the book that we believe, when they gave the money, the 1,000, the master came back and said, account. That's accountability. When you work in government or for any institution, you got to account. And don't call it which one when they ask you to account. And so that's the job you have to do. All of us have to do. Today you go to all the offices, everything is looted from there. So that means every time a new government comes, they're looking for more. Where are we going to get the money from? We just came from Cote d'Ivoire, begging those people for the electricity bill we have. Not that the resources are not there. But everybody who comes to a job feels that everything there for them personally. Perhaps they wanted to design the people they want government job. This time you take government job, you will account just that kind of stuff. We'll set up a monitoring device in our place there. You have to report on a quarterly basis what you're doing for this country, as well as you count for what is in your country, including myself. I can tell people, from the time I've taken office, I've not received one dime from government, except maybe for the electricity or nothing. Today, everybody claims to be rich. They can't tell you how. I have said, I'm going to put on big billboards here, I will put the 7 sins of the world by Mahatma Gandhi. World without work, religion without sacrifice, commerce without morality. Then you talk about politics without principles. Everybody want to buy more people before they can get a job. That's not the way this country is going to go. We do the right thing, God will bless this country. And I want to appeal to all of us. It's a small country, we are all interrelated, but I'm not going to bless this country unless we do the right thing. And that's why we're committed to do. So we appeal to all of you, even for those that we're going to not, there are those I'm going to report on, let them know we only want to make sure that we all can live in this country, we can enjoy our country if we use our resources the way they're supposed to be. I'm committed to that. And I have no fear. God brought me to this for this reason, So you think that we're going to be afraid of you? No, we only are afraid of doing the wrong thing. So I want to say thanks to you people for volunteering your offices. You have children, grandchildren here. You want to give them a future. You want to make Nigeria proud. You want to ride on good roads. You want to good drinking water. 177 years. You go down with us, the septic tank are busting all over. But when we come from Cote d'Ivoire, that place we're praising the place. This time around, we want to build our country. And we want to build it on the principle of honesty, the principle. We're not perfect, but we were committed to doing the right thing. God will bless this country. So I want to thank all of you for volunteering to do the right thing for your country. Fear only God and fear doing the wrong thing. But this country will be built and all of us will take to do it. I want to thank you and I want to say, let all commit ourselves to doing what is right. Thank you very much.
That's excellent. Excellent.
The cabinet members, the person, vice chair, and members of the Asset Recovery and Property Retrieval Taskforce, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Asset Recovery and Property Retrieval Taskforce, I want to use this occasion to extend to you, Your Excellency, my profound gratitude for our preferment to this national cause. We consider this appointment as a national responsibility to our dear country. And with the confidence reposed in us, we promise that we will perform to your expectation. Our presence here today marks a resounding history for our country, as you have demonstrated and fulfilled your promise to Liberian people in combating corruption and recovering illegally obtained wealth. Your past officials who serve in positions of national trust. Your Excellency, Liberia has a long history of bad governance, lack of accountability and integrity. These negatives are the consequences of poverty, underdevelopment, poor health delivery system, poor educational programs, bad rules, and massive organization. Your Excellency, these consequences today we face are the result of massive corruption and abuse of public trust. Your initiative to draw the line of demarcation to combat corruption at this zenith is not only allowed, but same is unprecedented and extraordinary. As we celebrate this new era under your leadership, we have no doubt in your presidential will to support this massive support for the recovery process, which will set the agenda to redeem Liberia from the shackles of rampant corruption and abuse of public trust. Today, nations of the world are making gains on the international scene, while Liberia, over the years, has been entrenched in the dancing of bad governance and corruption. With this new approach, we are of the conviction that the administration has set the stage for Liberia to regain its international dictatorship reputation. Your Excellency, this initiative by your administration requires the participation and support from all Nigerians home and abroad. Our state has been victimized by illegal action of corrupt officials, and it is the responsibility of all Nigerians to assist in this process to ensure that stolen properties both in and out of Liberia are properly identified, traced, and restored. Your pronouncement of Executive Order number 126 and our appointment on this task force have set the stage and opened the forum for Liberians to report acts of theft and corruption. This action, when performed, will not only expose corrupt officials, but same will provide deterrence for present and future officials of government. Your Excellency, I want to use this medium to inform you that since our appointment on the 7th day of March 2024, we have commenced intensive work and research to identify and trace stolen assets. I'm happy to report
that in the short period we have made significant gains on our research and our intelligence. On this note, I'm pleased to say that signs of practical action from the task force will soon appear. Your Excellency, we want to assure you that this task force is resolved and prepared to be relentless and uncompromised as we uphold our responsibilities to recover all stolen, liquid, and fixed assets from past positions. Your Excellency, the fundamental principles and purpose of this executive order is not to wish harm, and we can assure you that no one will be falsely incriminated on the basis of political affiliation. Our recovery process will be based on the establishment of tangible evidence. Our ground rules of culpability will be established on the magnitude of the chain of custody. When these legal conditions are established, including culpability and subsequent prosecution will ensue to bring the actors under the doctrine of the rule of law. In conclusion, I want to reiterate that we remain committed to this national duty and will do all within our confines of the law to identify, trace, and recover all stolen assets for our country. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Excellency, just before I call on the Director General of the Cabinet to offer us our closing prayer, I'd like to just introduce, especially to the members of the task force, other colleagues that have joined us here today. Ambassador Lars Charles Snetter is right next to me, and so is Nat Quabo. He is Nathaniel Quabo, the Director General of the Cabinet, and also Jeff Banti Pliego is the Chairman of the National Investment Commission. There are several other of our colleagues that have been very supportive of this process and remain supportive, including the National Security Advisor Samuel Kofi Woods and the legal advisor Ushibe Keita. They are not with us today. We just want to say thank you to them. So